been a long while since we've got a chance to say this, but there's a new Mario Kart game.
Yes.
And it's not bad.
No, like there's actually been a lot of talk lately of this being the Wii U system seller.
Yeah. So the problem is Mario Kart 7 was okay. Mario Kart Wii kind of sucked. And when I say kind of, it did suck. DS was a snaker. If you weren't snaking, don't bother playing. So the last few have had their problems.
Yeah.
Mario Kart 8 comes out. Yeah, there's there's a lot of stuff riding on the Wii U. I don't want to say it's struggling because that's a bit silly, but it's not doing as well as people anticipated.
It hasn't had that killer app yet, and this console's been out for quite a while now.
Yeah.
It is lagging in considering past Nintendo consoles. That's where you measure it up against.
Yeah, but I think they finally found their system seller because Mario Kart 8 is fantastic.
It is.
Yeah, so it looks fantastic. I think that's the first thing you got to get off the bat. It's 60 frames in 1 to 2 players and 30 frames in 4 players. So for the people who care, there's that.
And when you're playing 4-player, because you've only got the quarter of a screen, it actually doesn't impact. Like you don't notice it that obviously. However, you do notice the step up.
Yes.
When playing in
when
one
you
player.
when
So
you
it's a
are playing
positive
like
thing.
the 2 players,
Yeah.
1 or 2 players at 60 frames, you notice it, and it looks fantastic.
Yes.
So, right down to facial animations, as the internet has made abundantly clear. There's facial animations.
Yep.
They look great. The weapon, the way they work, look great. Probably the biggest fun you can have at the end is if it's been a really close race, a really good race, you've got the replay features. With
And
the
there's
slowdowns.
also slowdowns, close-ups, and the ability to export like straight to your friends or like to export straight to the internet. I think that's a fantastic addition.
You've also got the Mario Kart TV where you can tune in and watch other people race, which is again another very, very cool feature.
Yep.
There's probably the biggest thing gameplay-wise that bother me. Now, the first thing we should mention is the blue shell issue has been corrected. There's not quite as many I'm getting murdered below blue shells.
No, there's not. The item system itself is kind of changed. And for me, I actually had a bit of a negative experience with these new items. However, the breadth of items is still pretty good.
Yeah, so, there's the new ones, is like the sound box, there's a boomerang, there's the 8 item, which is you get 8 items.
Yes, which is really cool. And you tend to get it when you're really lagging behind.
So
and I think that's, unlike the blue shell, which is about punishing first player when you're last, this is about you getting a boost to join the group.
So, I mean, there are still a few combinations, like save your Petey the Pirates, Petey the Piranha Plants, save your Bullet Bills, because they're a bit OP. But the 2 biggest complaints I have, first is battle mode. It just sucks.
My gosh, it was okay. We played it when we first played it.
Yeah.
The level is huge,
Yeah,
so
it's
you
effectively
struggle
the
to
courses,
cross. And you're playing with 8 computers. Like you're actually playing not just against the 4 of you. You're playing against computers. I struggled to cross people. I killed maybe 2 or 3 people. It was just unnecessarily large.
The second thing is when we were playing 4 players, we were playing on the Wii remotes.
God, don't even
and
start
so they automatically default to this.
To the motion.
And that sucks. So we don't know whether there was an update that we didn't know. I haven't updated my Wii U in a long while, which the game lets you play if you haven't updated, which is
nice.
better than most. So it's not necessarily perfect, but they're the 2 smallest complaints I can think of.
No, I disliked the no second item in hold as well. That really got me. That really got me angry.
It still works because the items refresh so often, but yeah, I get what you're saying. Overall, though, a welcome entry to the series.
Very good multiplayer game. Good fun online.
Yeah, it's good to see them back.